Hello, I'm inside now and I'm all ready to go to make my lunch after collecting stuff outside in my garden. So I do have some gluten-free bread to go. I'm gonna make a cucumber sandwich. I'm gonna slice up some tomato. I'm gonna make some pesto for later, or I might even put it on the cucumber sandwich. I've never tried that before, but that might be really good. And then I have my blackberries for dessert. So I will start out first choosing the cuke and peeling it. And I won't be using all of the cucumbers for my lunch, so I also have a container here that I can have some leftovers for my husband for when he gets home, and for my daughter when she gets home as well. So I have just recently, normally I would have my summers off anyways, but I just recently resigned as a school teacher. I was teaching second grade, and then before that I taught as an instructional coach, so helping teachers with literacy. And then also I was a tech coach, so helping to integrate technology into the classroom. I decided to go back to the classroom and teach second grade again, because before that I had taught second grade before I had done the 2 coaching positions. And now I have officially resigned as a second grade teacher. I went back, had a lovely set of kiddos, and now I am retiring a little early. I am 51 years old, and in another video I will talk to you about how I was able to afford to retire at a little younger than people normally do. Oh, and also I'm putting all of this in my compost. It is very important to compost when you have a garden. It feeds the soil with lots of nutrients rather than buying. I do buy a dump truck of composted manure, cow manure from someone local every once in a while, and that lasts me a long time, and I add it to my composting pile, and it helps move along the composting process a little quicker too. So I cut up all the cukes that I will need for my sandwich, and then I'm going to put some in here for my husband and daughter. And I'll probably cut up some of those other ones later. I have 4 very large cucumbers, and yesterday I picked 2. So it's getting to that point where I think they're just gonna keep on going. I've been giving some to the neighbors, and I think I'm gonna have my husband take some to school to his secretary as well, because I think I will not be able to eat all of these cucumbers. I like to eat the last one. All right, so to make my cucumber sandwich, I am going to add some mayo. And spread that out. Now this reminds me of my childhood, having a cucumber sandwich. My mom used to make cucumber sandwiches for me, and then when I played volleyball at St. Joe's, one of my teammates, she also had a mom who made cucumber sandwiches, so whenever her mom came to games, she brought us cucumber sandwiches, and it's just like brings back so many memories of childhood when I have a cucumber sandwich. Now that my mayo is spread, then I add a little salt and pepper to it. I'm also probably a walk-in ad for Trader Joe's because these are Trader Joe's. The oil I'm going to use for the pesto is Trader Joe's. The walnuts are also from Trader Joe's. And then also in the pesto, I will just add this individually because my daughter's vegan, so I won't put the Romano cheese, but this is a sheep peppercorn Romano cheese that I can use in my pesto. But I save that for later because then my daughter can have some of the pesto as well. So I stack my cukes on here. And then top it with the other piece of bread that's all ready to go. And then slice it in half. So now my sandwich is ready to go. Now, next, I will make some pesto. So I take my basil and add it. Oops. I might fast forward through that one for the video, but maybe I'll add it to my bloopers at the end. Get all my basil in here. I will probably also fast forward through some of this because I have quite a bit of basil. I probably won't eat all this pesto right now. Rinse my basil. My garden is completely organic, so unless I see like some little critters on my basil, then I don't wash it. I also picked a little bit of arugula to throw in here. Never tried that before, but thought it might give it a nice peppery flavor. So I'm going to put some arugula in my pesto as well. That's it for basil, and then here is some arugula I'm going to add. Normally I take scissors and cut up the basil a little bit smaller, but can't seem to find my kitchen scissors right now. I wonder if someone in the household has used them for a different project. Maybe, I don't know. So instead I am ripping in by hand. I have to get them too small because once you start grinding them up, they get smaller anyways. And you start rubbing them up against the walnuts. I use walnuts, not pine nuts. You can use whichever nuts that you want to use in your pesto. I really like the walnuts. I just like to go by looks. I just add a bunch, start mashing it up, and then put looks like it needs more, I'll add more. I'm also gonna add a little bit of salt. And a few walnuts. Start pressing. As you do this, it releases the flavors of the basil into the oil, makes it all become one yummy flavor. I like to try to get my walnuts grounded up nice and small. I need a little olive oil. And some more walnuts. It's actually probably a benefit to not cutting it up as small as I usually do with scissors, because a lot of times basil gets stuck in my teeth. And then if it's not as small, it's probably less likely to get stuck. I haven't tested that theory yet, but might be the case. I think that looks pretty yummy. And I'll give you guys a peek of what it looks like. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Now I have my pesto and my cucumber sandwich and my blackberries I'm not going to do anything with. I'm just going to do it like that. So the last thing is to slice up a tomato. Look how beautiful that is on the inside. That's like the perfect tomato. And for my slices for later, I'm just gonna leave that right there. And I decided that I'm not gonna put the pesto on my sandwich, but I'm gonna put it on the side because I do want to taste my traditional type cucumber sandwich, because it does bring back those memories. Maybe I should put it on half of it. So I'm going to put my on one side of the sandwich. Maybe I'll add some pesto, and then I can maybe a flavor test between the two. So I have that, and then I'm going to salt and pepper my tomatoes. Here we go, my lunch from my garden. Bon appetit. See you next time.